you're going to land on the dashboard over here. And then in the left-hand menu, there is a quick scan button. And if you click that, you'll end up on this screen. And yours might look a little bit differently depending on defaults. The quick scan tool is used for more investigative scanning and one-off scans and trying to find what grid and radius you want to use before you go set up a campaign. The first dropdown you're going to see here is called the platform. And that can be anything from Google Maps, Apple Maps, AI overviews, Gemini, Google AI mode, ChatGPT, and Grok. The second option you're going to find here is going to be the Google Business Profiles. Now, these are going to show any Google Business Profiles that are currently saved to your account. If you don't have any saved to your account, there's a little search button here to search for it. There is a place ID. If you happen to know the place ID, you can just give the place ID and it'll bring that in. But my favorite option is typically the import. You just connect your Google account and it'll find all the locations in your Google account. I have my platform selected and I'm doing Google Maps for this one. And I've chosen Epic Web Studios. And now I need to add my keywords. You can just type them if you know them. There are some suggested here. If you imported from your Google account, you'll see some search terms that your Google Business Profile is already showing up for any past scans that you run or your primary category. The better way to choose keywords is the local keyword research tool, the grid over here, and the radius. For city areas, 1 to 2 miles, the more competitive and the larger the population density of that area, the smaller area that Google is willing to really present business profiles from. It's okay for, especially on the investigative scans, to stay a little bit larger because you're trying to find that drop-off point in the grid, as long as it's just to find where the drop-off point is initially. I'll do 15 miles. I'm going to move on to the grid. You'll see this little indicator down here that says 1.67 miles between this point, and the radius is what defines between this point and this point and this point and this point. I'll start with an 11 by 11 here. I'm currently looking at a 15-mile radius, which is 15 miles in each direction, and I am using an 11 by 11 grid, which means that there's 11 pins this way and 11 pins this way. There is a huge chunk of grid in the water. If you want to conserve credits, you can click on a pin and shut off pins that are in water. There's also the imperial and metric if you want to switch between miles and kilometers. So I have one location and one keyword using an 11 by 11 grid. So this is going to use 121 credits, right? Essentially, every time that we go out to the internet and do a search, gather that information and bring that data back, we charge a credit. And here we're doing it 121 times. And so if I shut this one pin off, I'm now down to 120 credits. And then now I'm down to 119. So each pin in this grid here is 1 credit. Then if I were to add another keyword, I'm now doubling how many times that I need to go out to the internet. The AI analysis is 25 credits per report. And a report is a combination of location and keyword for the most part. If I have this on with just one keyword, if I turn this on, it's going to add 25 credits to the scan. So I was at 121 and I've added 25 credits. But if I hit run a scan, it'll actually pop up and say, here's how many credits you're about to run. If I were to add that second keyword back and hit run, you'll see that I'm running 2 scans because I have still one platform, still one location, but I'm scanning 2 different keywords. After the scan finishes, if I have this shut off, it's going to show you at each one of these points where your business ranks at that point for the keyword. So for web design, here it could potentially say, hey, you are past 20. While this one, I'm potentially at position 18 in the list of businesses that come back when somebody searches web design in Google. That's the same for all of these points. And then when I add this on, the Falcon AI analysis, I now take that ranking data and the proximity data and all of the SERP data as well as search engine result page. We take some additional data and compile that and analyze that. Say there's a business that is ranking above you. You have 12 reviews while they have 15 reviews. We would point out that, hey, you're 3 reviews behind this person and they're ranking above you. You should probably leverage your audience or customers or clientele to get more reviews to surpass them. And there's a whole list of different recommendations about like whether your categories are correct, or if you have the right primary category. And it really takes all of this data and transforms it into natural language and action pieces. It's there to basically translate the data into actionable steps that you can take. Final steps here is I hit run. I get a quick confirmation and then I just confirm the run, and that'll go into the queue. And when the results come back, they'll be on the scan results page. Going back to the quick scan real quick, to jump over to the AI platform scan. So say I switch to Google AI overviews. The keywords that you're using, even the suggested keywords that we're bringing up here, you can see are vastly different. People don't interact with AI models the same way they do with a typical Google search, where they'll say like, oh, pizza near me. Typically, they'll say something a lot more verbose, and it'll be like, who are the best pizza places near me? And so for this example, it's suggesting that we check what are the top rated website design firms in Erie, PA. Who are the best graphic designers near me for logos, right? If you choose an AI platform, so AI overviews, Gemini, AI mode, ChatGPT, or Grok, you're going to want to have these longer form keywords in there for checking rankings.